Hi everybody, I am back with another video. For those of you that are new, my name is Natalie and this is As the Pennies Drop. As the Pennies Drop is a channel all about creating a life you love, deserve and desire. I am a conscious manifesting coach and I offer a variety of one-on-one coaching solutions specifically designed to guiding you to create a life you love, deserve and desire, manifesting your dream life, releasing limiting beliefs and changing your self-concept. So if you are interested in finding out more or you would like some guidance, don't hesitate, just click on the link below and I will be happy to have a chat with you. Today's video has been inspired by client and subscriber questions and also some friend questions. And the title of the video says it all, but I will share it with you again, which is obviously why you're watching. How can we stop hot and cold behavior from our specific person or people in general? So I'm going to just open it up a little bit more general for those of you that have other people other than SPs that are displaying hot and cold behavior. So I have a question for you. Have you, and this is specific person related, have you manifested your SP back only for them to have reverted back to the old version that you no longer wanted, or they've left either again or the first time? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you why this is happening, and I'm going to use my own relatable experience of what not to do if you are looking, which I'm sure you are, which is why you're watching the video, looking for a committed, happy, long-term relationship with your SP. Are you still holding on to that old story? Which is why it is still manifesting in your reality. And this is where we want to start to change. So when we use manifestation correctly, when we're using the law of attraction and manifesting correctly, this will not show up. But you need to want to drop the old story and focus on the story of the relationship that you want to have with this specific person. So again, ask yourself, if they are, well, if they've left, you know that that's your story. But if they are being flaky, letting you down, putting you last, being disrespectful, being unkind, not showing you a lot of love and affection, being inconsistent with you, they could be being disloyal to you, then somewhere in that is going to be a part of your old story. So one of those is going to be related to one of you that I'm speaking to right now, or all of it could be related to all of you I'm speaking to right now. This is your old story. Everyone is you pushed out. I will link a video to explain. I've just done another video about everyone is you pushed out, so you can understand that again in more detail. Everyone is you pushed out. Your thoughts are basically being reflected back at you through your reality. So your reality is confirmation, is your mirror, is your reflection of what you are thinking, what your true beliefs are, and what you are thinking. And this is what we need to work on changing if we are still looking to be with that person. So when I was manifesting my ex back, I could manifest him back. It probably only took a few months, but I could manifest him back. And every time I manifested him back, we probably had about a week and a half of an amazing time together until it just reverted back to the old ways of feeling let down, feeling pushed out, feeling last on the priority list, feeling unsupported, feeling unloved, feeling I didn't feel beautiful, I didn't feel special, I didn't feel wanted, I felt invisible, I felt disrespected. So all of these feelings that I had experienced previously with this person had literally reflected back at me. And then we would break up again. And then he would either manifest me back, or I'm manifesting him back. Ignore what I just said, that I'm manifesting him back. And then we'd get back together. And again, the same cycle would happen. And I couldn't work out why then. I couldn't work out why this was happening. And the reason it was happening was because I hadn't manifested correctly. All I had done was focus on him coming back more than persisting in the version of him that I wanted. And also at the same time, revising my limiting beliefs and changing my self-concept. I hadn't done enough work on that, and I hadn't been persistent. Now, my story is that I couldn't change my old story. I couldn't drop the old story because it was too goddamn painful. It was too hurtful. It was too unkind. It was too cruel. It was too disrespectful. It was too many letdowns. It was too hurtful. It was just awful. And it was destroying my happiness and my state of mind. It was destructive. Now, I know everyone is you pushed out, and our thoughts create, and these were my beliefs about this particular person. I couldn't drop the story, and the more I didn't drop it, the more it would reflect back at me. And I also had, a low self-concept about myself. But all that said, it doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's right when somebody is being that disrespectful. It doesn't mean it's right when somebody's putting you last. It doesn't mean it's right. All these things are happening. It doesn't mean it's right. And you don't have to put up with this behavior. You need to show the universe, yourself, some self-respect. And that took me a long time to get to that point, because I used to beat myself up about the fact that, well, I'm doing this, I'm attracting this. It's something about me. It's something about me. And I hadn't learned enough then, a few years ago, of what that something about me was. So it's unintentionally happening. So I don't want any of you to beat yourself up if you have this old story, because it is not your fault that you can't. It's not your fault that you have a low self-concept. However, if you do know about self-concept and you do want this person back, then you are responsible for persisting in the desire that you want. So I chose not to go back. Doesn't mean that you have to do that, but it also, think about it. If it is really affecting your happiness, why would you want to go back when what you could do, just putting it out there, what you could do is just take some time out, spend some time focusing on you, building your self-concept up, because you'll be raising your standards. That person will either be aligned to that and they'll come back, or they will still have such low vibrational energy that they won't be aligned to it, and you will end up attracting somebody even like incredible, because you would have raised your standards and you would have been telling your new self-concept over and over and over again. So that would be reflected back at you. I hope that makes sense. I intend that to make sense. However, if you want to drop that old story and you really want to be with this person, then it is going to be about persistence. It's going to be focusing on your self-concept, revising the old story, revising your limiting beliefs, and telling the story that you want to have to show up, to be reflected back at you. The moral of the story here, and to not do what I did consistently over a 5-year period, is you need to, if you want to, drop the old story. So you need to make that decision. Can you drop the old story? Can you stop telling yourself that story? Work on your self-concept, drop the old story, create the version of the relationship that you want, and the version of the relationship will show up. So it's taking control of those thoughts, it's looping those affirmations over and over, just a few at a time, Choose which ones resonate, write your own that feel natural to you and the wording that feels natural to you. And the more you persist in it, the more it will reflect back at you, because that is law. And that is something that I didn't do then, because I didn't really grasp the concept of that. I only grasped the concept of that I could get them back. And that's why nothing ever changed. And yeah, so if you want to change, drop the story, work on your self-concept and the version of the person and the relationship that you want to have reflected back at you. There we go. I hope that's helped. I intend for that to have helped. As always, please feel free to like, share, and comment. If you have any comments, yeah, please feel free to comment and I will be happy to respond. And as always, your subscribing is amazing. So thank you, all of you, for subscribing, and more support would be even more incredible. That would be amazing. I'm looking to get 200 and I'm manifesting thousands. So take care, everybody, and I will be back soon.